So we're starting to see that the county game is being completely restructured. The T20 Blast was the first one to go. We've gone from 14 games to 12 games, which is not a massive reduction. I'm sure the counties were happy. The players were just... I mean, you had Lancs playing at Northants, getting back to Manchester at 4 o'clock in the morning and then playing a home game at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's just not feasible the way that the Blast is going now. So I completely understand the changes. They've gone down to 12 games. Instead of having two groups of 9, they now have 3 groups of 6. The competition is going to be completely done by July. It's going to have a set kind of format and a set block of time that they'll play the whole competition throughout and will be finished before the 100, which I think is perfect. I think that's exactly what the T20 Blast has needed. This kind of break of the last games being in like end of June, start of July, or whenever it's kind of ended now, to then going to a you don't play the finals until September just doesn't make any sense. There's no flow of the tournament. This is on the back of there is going to be more changes to the rest of the Metro Bank One Day Cup and the County Championship are both going to be changed. The women's have changed from 14 Blast games to 12 as well. And the Tier 1 and the Tier 2 counties that we did have for the women have slightly changed. So Yorkshire have gone from a Tier 2 to a Tier 1 county, which I believe was promised to them in the first place when we originally had the women's game coming into line with the county system. They were a professional team that were running out of Tier 2 anyway. I think it was some of the racism and a bit of the debt that they had that they didn't quite go all in on year one. But obviously now that they've got the 100 money in, they can pay off some of those debts and be in a better position to fully support that women's side, which they were, to be fair, in Tier 2, but now they will be in Tier 1. So we have an even split, 9 teams in Tier 1, 9 teams in Tier 2, changes in the men's blast, changes in the women's blast. And in the next couple of weeks, we expect to see changes to the county championship, which will most likely be a reduction in the change in how the divisions work, and also a reduction in the One Day Cup, you'd imagine, or maybe even a slight tweak to how that's played out. So interesting times ahead. I'm glad that they started to reduce the blast. It was too much as it was, but we'll see what happens with the county championship.